She wouldn't even harm a fly. Whatever you do, don't. Death has custody of your little town, Sheriff.
If you enjoy the video, make sure you subscribe and turn notifications on so you don't miss a video in the future. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Friday the 13th in-game video. So our last video covered the confirmation of Virtual Cabin 2.0 being in the next patch. If you missed that video or don't know what the Virtual Cabin is, click on the card on top of the screen. Now this news also came with several screenshots, which they themselves are full of Easter eggs. So I want to point out some things that I noticed, and I'm sure several of you have noticed as well. The point of this video is to start a discussion with you guys. I'm extremely curious to see where you guys think this is all going, as well to share some excitement surrounding the next update. So let's dive right in with the first screenshot. This one is pretty basic, showing the outside area of somewhere around the cabin. The interesting part here comes from the very recognizable shack in the background, which we know holds the shrine of Jason's mother, Pamela. The question is, how will the shack be used in terms of the virtual cabin? Will you still be able to interact with the sweater? Do we have to use it in order to unlock the next step in the puzzle? Who knows really, I'm just excited to see that Jason's shack has an appearance in general. Also in this picture, as well as others, you will notice a backpack icon in the top right hand corner. Now I imagine this serves your inventory where you can collect items that you find throughout the cabin, like Jason's mask, VHS tapes, etc. However, the arrows underneath the backpack suggest you can carry other items, other than the backpack itself. So what that means I don't know, but it's still something to think about. Okay, now let's go ahead and jump into the Jason room screenshot. This one, of course, is extremely interesting since two of the Jasons in the room are covered by sheets. Now, we do know that two Jasons are planned for future DLC. The confusion for me comes from the order of the Jasons. Now, we can see clearly that they line up in numerical order per the movie they relate to, going from Part 2 Jason all the way to Savini in the back. So, it begs the question, what Jason comes before Part 2? So, I do think Gun Media did this very intentionally to draw up some major questions and start some crazy theories. Like, for one, it could be Pamela. Now here's the thing, in terms of Virtual Cabin, it could definitely be Pamela since the models are just to simply explore. That being said, we are pretty positive that Pamela will never be a playable character in the game, so why would they waste all the time and money to make a model of her? I don't know. Maybe because it would be pretty badass and would blow fans' minds, which it most definitely would. Perhaps one of the twists coming from these puzzles is the reveal of that model. But like I said before, who really knows? Now, it could also be Retro Jason, since we do know that they planned on revamping Retro Jason entirely and making him his own Jason. However, I find this unlikely as well, but it's possible. Then of course, there's Roy from Friday the 13th Part 5. We do think that Roy is coming to the game at some point, but there's a chance he's exclusive to the new game mode coming out called Paranoia. Why put him before Part 2 Jason? It could be simply just to throw us off. If you put him in between Part 4 and Part 6, it's quite obvious who it is. Now as for the cover Jason in the back of the room, I'm definitely thinking Uber Jason from Jason X on this one. It just seems like the most logical Jason to put there, and I'm nearly positive that he's coming at some point in the future. Moving on to the next screenshot, we see an axe taking out the power to the cabin, leaving the player to use their flashlight. Not much hidden here, but definitely a cool concept. The idea of the power randomly going out and then to find an axe stuck in the wall is a pretty freaky thing. The next screenshot shows the living room to the cabin, with some counselors hanging out and just doing their own thing. There's a ton of little hidden Easter eggs in here, however the primary focus has to go to the Jason Goes to Hell Voorhees house model in the corner. This appears to be a recreation of the ending scene to the film, and is very cool indeed. Now I imagine we see several of these spread throughout the cabin, recreating several scenes from the films. Then again, it does show that there is some interest in the Voorhees house as a possible future map. Also, the interior to this cabin is obviously much different than the cabin we saw originally in the Virtual Cabin 2.0 announcement trailer. It appears you may start in a small cabin elsewhere and have to work your way through puzzles in order to get to this main cabin. The next screenshot just shows the exterior of the cabin, with Adam and AJ bonding over at the campsite. Not much going on here, but we do see that the door to the cabin has been broken down, suggesting Jason made his way through here at some point, somehow. And then the last screenshot is also the exterior of the cabin, but you may notice that the cabin door is not broken down and Adam and AJ are gone. How do you get to that point? I have no idea, but it's interesting to see the change in dynamics throughout. So, what do you guys think? Did you notice any other Easter eggs in there? Do you have any theories on what to expect from Virtual Cabin 2.0? Let us know in the comments below. Now, there is still no ETA on the release date of the next patch, however we do know it's coming very soon, so it's only a matter of time. Also, Virtual Cabin 2.0 will be available for all platforms and will be completely free, so no worries there. But that's going to wrap up today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. And of course, as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.